Hey, Trinity. Joining you from my isolation room here. And I just want to thank you so much for the outpour of love and prayers you've given to my family and me. It's meant the world. I am progressing. But the point of this video is not just to give you an update on me, but to give you an update on our plans as a church for the rest of 2020. We've been working really hard at trying to create an in-person Christmas Eve experience, 4 different services, make it possible for us to gather together physically. However, yesterday the staff and I met and began to face a lot of the sobering numbers of what our society is experiencing as far as the uptick in cases, as well as speaking to local health officials, trying to understand from them the best course of action for our church. And we've concluded, disappointingly, regrettably, concluded that we need to transition all of our worship services online this Christmas Eve. Now, to be clear, the reason why we're doing it is not because our processes and protocols of safety aren't good. They've been very good, and they've allowed us to experience a lot of success as a church for the past several months. And it's also not because there's a spread happening within the Trinity community right now. And we do have people in Trinity who are either close contacts or test COVID positive, but they're all sourced from outside our community currently. But the reason being is really 3 reasons why we were moving online. Number 1, the risk has gone way up. The number of cases we're experiencing right now as a society is 3 to 4 times more than last Easter. And if you combine that with 4 different Christmas Eve services, and then know that for many people in our church, they will then go and spend time after the service with close family members, we realize that after assessing that situation, wisdom tells us it's not very wise to meet in person. Number 2, we need a lot of volunteers to make 4 Christmas Eve services happen. And we have a lot of people who last minute have had to bail because they're either close contacts and have to quarantine or have tested positive. That means that our ability to be able to meet safely and do things well if we meet in person now goes down the more we have to make contingency plan after contingency plan. But also number 3, third reason, we really value your trust and the trust of a local community. Everything that we have and are able to do as a church depends on trust. And so we want to make sure we take the wisest course of action that we can. Again, we're not trying to make a decision out of fear. Fear reacts. Wisdom assesses. And so we've sought to assess as well as we can with each other, with our local health departments, to say, can we do this safely? Can we do this well? And can we steward the trust of our church well? And after assessing all of that, we've concluded that the wise course of action for Christmas this year and through the end of 2020 is that we meet to worship online. So, on Christmas Eve, there will be a service, but it will be found on our Trinity YouTube page, on our Trinity Facebook page, beginning at 3 p.m. in the afternoon on Christmas Eve. Feel free to gather your family together as we remember Jesus. But here's one thing that I would really love from you guys, a way that you can still participate in the Christmas Eve service. We would love it if you would video you and or your family holding a candle, holding a lit candle for about 10 seconds. Film it horizontally in the shot. Make sure we can see your face. But for 10 seconds, just film that. And if you could, after you get that digital file, email that to info@trinitynr.org. And then we want to try to use that as a part of our Christmas Eve service celebration. And the more people that contribute, the more we can see each other's faces and remember the beauty of the light of the world who has come to be born among us. We've said it all along. This year, flexibility, adaptability seem to be the thing God is certainly teaching me. But even though our methods may change, we can't stop being the church. We're going to continue to worship him, praise him, remember him, even in the ordinary places, knowing that our God, the beauty of Christmas is that he became ordinary with us, to sit with us wherever we are. So I love you. We praise him. And I thank you for your flexibility and adaptability. And please send in those videos, info@trinitynr.org. We would love to gather those together and make them a part of our service. Love you. We'll see you soon.